Get ready for action because the Toronto Blue Jays are locked in a crucial battle. We dive deep into the matchup against RHP Dylan Cease, analyzing why this pitching performance could be the key to shifting momentum in the American League standings. We break down Cease's incredible recent performance and what it means for the team's playoff push right now. Finally, we confront the massive uncertainty facing the Vancouver Whitecaps as relocation threats loom and a move to Las Vegas is on the table. We explore the fierce fan protests, the owners' financial woes, and the fight to keep this staple of North American culture right here in Vancouver. Stay with us for the full story. The Toronto Blue Jays are looking to build momentum in the American League standings, currently sitting between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees with a record of 21-26. As they aim to climb toward the playoffs, their focus is shifting to key divisional matchups. Tonight, the Blue Jays will face hurler Dylan Cease, who is hoping to provide a crucial boost to the team. Cease, who has a strong recent track record, is tasked with navigating a challenging lineup featuring power and patience, with the goal of capitalizing on any errors. With 10.5 games remaining in the first half of the season, success in divisional games is seen as vital for long-term playoff positioning. Cease has established himself as a reliable arm for the Blue Jays, with a 2.41 earned run average and 75 strikeouts in the season. Despite the era of overtaxed bullpens, Cease has demonstrated durability, completing at least 7 innings in his last 3 starts. Manager John Schneider has granted the veteran a longer leash, resulting in 519 pitches thrown over his last 5 outings. On the mound, Cease relies on a fastball reaching 97.9 miles per hour, projecting unshakable confidence. His performance against the Athletics, where he struck out every player in the lineup, highlights his ability to generate strikeouts. However, the challenge lies in facing the New York Yankees lineup, which boasts significant power, including Aaron Judge, who is enjoying an MVP-caliber season with 16 home runs and 39 runs, and Ben Rice, who continues to dominate with his 15th home run of the season. The Yankees lineup features high statistics, including 71 home runs and 244 runs, and an OPS of .766. Analysts note that while Cease is missing the bat, the overall contact strength against the Yankees is low, with opponents connecting with solid contact only 4.2% of the time compared to the MLB average of 6.9%. Furthermore, the Yankees lineup features 6 left-handed batters. Despite the tough matchup, the significance of the game extends beyond the immediate standings. A victory for the Blue Jays in this marquee contest could generate significant buzz, potentially leading to Cy Young consideration for Cease and providing the team with the necessary momentum to surprise in the postseason. The Detroit Tigers are navigating a challenging season, currently sitting at 20-28, a concerning record for a team boasting a top 10 payroll. However, despite the ongoing struggles, there is a growing undercurrent of optimism regarding the franchise's potential for a turnaround. A key factor fueling this hope is the expected return of several key players, including Gleyber Torres, Kerry Carpenter, Bo Brisk, Justin Verlander, and Tarek Skubal, all of whom could significantly impact the team's performance by June. While the team currently occupies a 4th-place tie in the AL Central Division and trails the Cleveland Guardians by 6.5 games, a broader look at the American League landscape offers a glimmer of hope. Detroit is currently 2.5 games behind the final AL wildcard spot, as the Seattle Mariners and Texas Rangers are tied with losing records. Although this remains a long shot, the existence of multiple paths to the postseason provides a strategic outlet. Historically, the Tigers have demonstrated the capability to make the playoffs, having secured a wild card spot last season after leading the standings by 15.5 games and achieving a miraculous run to the final wild card spot the year prior. This history suggests that even a subpar record could be a viable playoff scenario, serving as a necessary stepping stone while the team works to close its division deficit. The immediate objective for Detroit is to maintain competitiveness, and the imminent return of key personnel offers tangible hope for immediate improvement. Nevertheless, for a team that entered the season with World Series aspirations and is unable to escape a slump, significant roster changes are anticipated by August. Analysts suggest the team may have been operating under immense pressure, with expectations set high for them to shift their style of play to meet fan and media demands. Ultimately, the Detroit Tigers must quickly begin accumulating wins if they are to keep the possibility of a wild card berth alive. The Atlanta Braves are emerging as a heavy favorite in the race for the American League Cy Young Award, positioning themselves as a major contender for the postseason. The team currently boasts an impressive 30-16 record, the best in Major League Baseball, and maintains a 7-game lead in the National League East over the Philadelphia Phillies. However, the Braves face immediate pitching concerns due to several injuries, notably the absence of Spencer Schwellenbach, A.J. Smith-Shawver, and Hurston Waldrep, suggesting a need for another frontline starter alongside Chris Sale and Spencer Strider in the rotation. Adding fuel to the fire for the Braves' pursuit of elite pitching is the potential trade for two-time reigning American League Cy Young winner, Tarik Skubal, currently with the Detroit Tigers. According to Mike Axisa of CBS Sports, while the Tigers are unlikely to trade Skubal, numerous contenders, including the Braves, would be aggressively pursuing him if the Tigers decide to move him. Axisa emphasized that if Skubal returns from surgery without complication, he would instantly become the best available pitcher and player at the trade deadline, sparking a fierce bidding war among teams like the Yankees, Braves, Cubs, Dodgers, and Padres. The Detroit Tigers are currently struggling, sitting just 2.5 games behind in the American League wild card race and significantly behind the Cleveland Guardians in the AL Central. This situation increases the likelihood that the Tigers might be forced to consider trading Skubal if they cannot improve quickly. For the Braves, acquiring Skubal would solidify their rotation, making him the undisputed ace and providing a significant advantage in the National League East as they aim to return to postseason contention after missing out in 2025. This move would significantly bolster their chances of dethroning the Los Angeles Dodgers as World Series champions. Despite the strategic appeal, securing Skubal presents a significant hurdle. The Tigers are expected to demand a substantial haul of top prospects, and the feasibility of Alex Anthopoulos parting with such capital for a half-season of Skubal remains uncertain. Furthermore, the Braves must weigh the risk associated with Skubal's injury history against the potential reward, especially if it necessitates trading away valuable assets. Vancouver is facing an existential threat as negotiations for a new owner and stadium deal for the Vancouver Whitecaps stall, leading fans to fear the loss of a cornerstone of North American culture. The team has been up for sale for nearly 18 months, with reports indicating a concrete offer to relocate the club to Las Vegas, a move that aligns with ambitions in other major sports leagues. This uncertainty is deeply unsettling for a club with a rich history in Vancouver, having been one of the original soccer cities in North America. For fans, the potential relocation is viewed as the loss of a significant community asset. Terry Dunfield, a former MLS player and Vancouver native, emphasized the deep connection fans have to the team, recalling the sentimental value of receiving season tickets. Jay Demerit, a former team captain, stated that removing the team would mean taking away a staple of North American culture. the situation is complicated by financial realities. Reports suggest the ownership group is motivated by financial viability, citing significant losses for the club since joining MLS. While the current owners have explored options like a new ground at Hastings Park, progress has been limited, and new ownership would require substantial financial concessions, including a guaranteed stadium plan. MLS Commissioner Don Garber has stressed the league's priority to provide teams with dedicated soccer-specific stadiums, indicating that if cities and provinces do not meet this demand, the league may be forced to make difficult decisions. Mayor Ken Sim and Prime Minister Mark Carney have both expressed support for the Whitecaps remaining in Vancouver. Fan reaction has been swift and vocal. The Save the Caps movement has gained momentum, with nearly 12,000 people signing an online petition to keep the team in Canada, complemented by visible protests at BC Place. Supporters Group President Kieran Nicol noted that while the process will be a slow burn, the support is immense, and he remains cautiously optimistic. Experts have drawn parallels to past relocation battles, such as the Save the Crew movement in Columbus, highlighting the power of organized fan action. Advice from movement leaders suggested focusing on strategic engagement with local business communities rather than purely emotional appeals. The debate also touches on the viability of relocating to Las Vegas. Skeptics argue that Vegas lacks the established soccer culture necessary to build a new one, questioning whether a new team could succeed without an existing foundation. However, the team's current on-field performance, with players expressing a desire to stay, and the growing fan base, now numbering 27,000 in the stands, suggest a strong commitment to the city. Ongoing discussions involve local ownership groups, provincial and federal governments, and BC Place to secure a solution. Despite the mounting pressure, the path forward remains unclear, with the threat of relocation to Las Vegas hanging over the Vancouver Whitecaps.